I don't know if you can see me. I gotta figure all this out. All right. Oh, I guess you can. You can see me, but I can't see myself. Technical issues. Don't panic, Jen. It's just your friends. Okay, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I guess you can. Should I sing to keep you company? Probably not. Alrighty. I'm going to put myself on to make sure that everything's going okay. Just talk amongst yourselves. 10 people watching me struggle here. All right. Okay, so I can see that I'm live. All I gotta do now is get my eCam to show me what you can see. And I hope it's appropriate. Oh, I think I'm doing it. I mean, I guess I really don't have to see myself. I know that I'm live. How is everybody doing? Peter, I'm so sorry if you're still awake. I haven't got the chat up on my screen. So I think I'm gonna have to go retro and look at my phone. Peter, you are here and you were here waiting for me. Thank you. Mike is here. Woohoo! M is riding again. That's not a bad thing, Em. Taking riding lessons, that's amazing. Thinking about quitting for the season, just taking some time. Thank you, Em, for wishing me a wonderful live. Laurie's here. Are you eating your lobster roll, Laurie? I hope so. Oh, you're one of your daughter's road. Yeah, there's a kind of therapy called I think it's equine. I think they just call it equine therapy. But apparently our nervous systems kind of calibrate with the horse's nervous system, and it's really good for keeping you calm. Maybe one day. Thank you, Chris, saying I look very beautiful. I am embracing my aging. So I mean, usually I will probably make a bit more of an effort with my hair because my grey hairs are like rampant. I guess you can't really see them here, but yeah, there's like nastiness at the top. I should probably like colour my hair. I haven't coloured my hair for about 2 or 3 years now. So yeah, there's some blonde in there, there's some brown, and there's a lot of grey, which kind of blend in together. So fortunately, I got some natural looking highlights. Ali G! Hey, Ali. Kelly's here too. Hey, Kelly, how's it going? Peter's singing. Hey, Dana, how you doing? I hope you had a good day, as good as it can be. I know you're such a hard worker. And Rachel is here. That's awesome. Pam, how are you? Thanks for jumping in. Lily, you made it. My friend Lily from my school communities. Well, not my school communities. From Alexa's school community. I think she's in Old Mike's school community. Whole bunch of those awesome communities in school. My face is live. Yes, it was. Couldn't see my face live, but apparently it was. Yes, I watched Pam's video too, Mike, already. I was at the gym. I have watched probably 15 videos over the weekend and I haven't added a comment to them yet, which is really frustrating. I wanted to get to that today. And I didn't. And I'm going to be talking about that momentarily. I'm going to be talking about that because, as many of you know, I am not very good with the old time management. I used to be a lot better, but as I've gotten older, I've gotten quite the stubborn little streak going on. And I'm kind of rebelling against to-do lists and calendars and organizers and time blocking and all the things I've done my whole life to handle my ADHD. I've just got a real mental block against those things now, and I'm really paying the price for it. So whether I like it or not, for me to reach the goals I have, the many lofty goals I have to be accountable and start getting back into to-do lists and planners. I can't even sleep without getting a little frustrated. But that's where we have to go, because right now I am not doing the things that I need to do to move my life in the right direction. And it's like everything I watch or read or hear is reinforcing that message. I'm going to start off talking about the book, because my little scribble planner, this was me getting stuff out of my head like 10 minutes ago, leaving it to the last minute. I wrote down first talking about the most recent thing that I've read / listened to on Audible. And that is the book, Everything is Figure Outable by Marie Forleo. And I believe that Laurie's read that. I'm sure you have, Laurie. You've read all the good books. And it is like a big sign flashing, Jenny, get with it. You have to take control of your life. If you want the life that you dream of, you have to take control. And what did I write down here? That everything I listen, I want to write a note, because everything is really applicable. But the one thing I wanted to talk about here tonight, and I'm sure that Mike is here. I feel like I've already forgotten. Of course, Mike's here, my friend Mike. Of course you are. Love you, Mike. Mike wrote a comment on Laurie's most recent video, and I am going to admit what I did, because I do this all the time and I don't like this about myself. I started responding to Mike's message, and then a sentence in, I deleted the whole thing because I felt like my answer was not worthy. Bad, bad, bad. I know I shouldn't do that. And I just felt that me giving my opinion was not important, that my perspective or my advice I guess was not worth the time to document. It's not that I'm like hating on myself when I do that. It's just, I feel like if I have that knowledge in my head, who am I to think that Mike doesn't already have that knowledge? Like, I don't have anything additional to give to anybody else. So I just deleted the whole thing. And when I was listening to the section of the book in the gym while I was doing my torso twists, I think they were, there was a section on fear. And about 2 or 3 months ago, I remember getting out of bed one morning and saying to myself, I am not going to live the rest of my life in fear. I have lived the last 50 years in fear. Everything that I do is dictated by a memory I have of things that I've been through, mostly many, many years ago when my life was very unstable and I was not in a good place. And those traumas, those unpleasant situations have been guiding my future, and that's not going to happen anymore. Hey Glenn, how are you? Hey CL, thanks for coming by. This is amazing. Look at you lovely people. 14 of you. Thank you for coming. Coming to my back garden. So, fear and Mike. I want you to know that I didn't delete the message for anything other than I have a whole heap of respect for you and admiration. And I believe that you already know the answer to why you keep dimming your flame. And I personally believe fear is a big part of it. And I think you will appreciate this little tidbit from Marie Forleo's book, Everything is figure outable. So fear of you not dimming your light at work and people being critical of you, or you just standing out and them kind of, and them reacting in a way that would make your work life difficult, or you dimming your light around your family because they're going through tough times. I believe that fear of the unknown, fear of what would happen if you didn't dim your light, is what stops you from shining your light to full brightness. And I'm fairly sure Laurie would say that if you do shine your light, only good things will happen. If we think bad things will happen, it's often just our perspective of that bad thing. Shining a light is always got to be a positive. So Mike, the tidbit for you is the acronym for fear, and I've heard this before, I think from Rhonda actually, false expectations appearing real. Because fear is based on our earlier experiences. We're predicting future events based on previous experiences, which is not a good indicator. The acronym that Marie Forleo came up was F everything and run. And I'm pretty sure you know what I say when I say F. It's just that there are kids in the neighborhood. So I don't want to get into that. So I thought that was absolutely amazing. And what else did I put? She wrote that action is the antidote to fear. So the only way to move past it is to take action. So the acronym that she likes to use is face everything and rise. And Laurie, doesn't that fit perfectly with what you've been telling us in your unbelievably powerful series? For anybody in the chat, please sign on to Laurie's Soul Circle. You will not regret it. Laurie has really invested a lot of time and energy over the last 10 days making videos on the run up to her 60th birthday of all of the most important principles that she brings to her content, and everyone needs to see it. So please check out Laurie's channel, Laurie's Soul Circle, and check out the 10-day series. A lot of the videos are short and powerful. Laurie, I gotta tell you, I haven't written anything in the comments yet because they are very powerful and they've brought up a lot of intense feelings for me. Feelings that had to come out, lots of like trauma unlocked, but it needed to come out. And I don't want to get emotional. Your videos are changing my entire life. So just know that. And over the next 10 years that it takes me to get to 60 are going to be better because of your decision to put your content out there. That's how powerful they are. So thanks, Laurie. I'm going to jump right out. I'm much better at controlling this emotion thing. I just need to pull a Daniel for one moment. Talk amongst yourselves. I have to regain some composure. That's much better. I didn't wipe my nose on my son's pool towel. I wouldn't do that. So check the chat really quickly. Oh, Ali G made me subscriber of the day in your latest video. Yay! Thank you. I will check it out post haste. I might listen to it while I'm swimming in the pool after this, and then watch it just on the TV. Okay. Peter's saying exactly, Jen. That's why I consider Laurie a mentor. Laurie absolutely is a mentor for everyone. Everything she says is powerful, educational, and motivational. Absolutely. Oh, Lily, you love everything is figure outable too. Yeah, it's great. I don't know exactly where I heard it, but I've probably heard about it from lots of people. I used all of my Audible credits this week. Yvonne, hi Yvonne, how are you? Self-sabotaging is a harsh reality. Hey Glenn. Aw, you and Dana sitting chilling out listening to my ramblings. Oh, Pam had a copyright strike on something? I don't know, copyright strikes and Scott getting timeouted from everyone's live streams. Apparently, Scott's been on timeout from 2 live streams this week. Wonderful. Okay, gonna keep scrolling down. Oh, Ali G, Team Soul Circle, hashtag Team Soul Circle. I like that. Oh, it's still in the edit mode. Okay, Ali, I'll watch out for that video. Peter saying, I love that Ali belongs on t-shirts and mugs. Yes, we will need to get Team Soul, hashtag Team Soul Circle. Oh, that is absolutely unbelievable. Yes, yes, yes. Sally, if you're watching later, I don't see you and Big D here tonight, which is awesome because it means you're doing something wonderful. Hashtag Team Soul Circle. That'll be some good selling merchandise. So the bit I wanted to tag onto Laurie's series is a bit of a shout out to Ben IRL. I've seen Ben IRL in some of the Cool Kids, Sunshine Crew live streams, but he recently joined, or you recently joined, Ben. I'm not sure if you're here right now, but you might be on the replay. Who knows? You're on the Discord channel. So I saw you did a live and I didn't make it in real time, but I did check out the replay. And of course, you were amazing. I could tell you were a teacher immediately. You had the whole tutorial style video ready with some really creative PowerPoint slides. So good. Apparently, you can do that in the YouTube software. Who knew? Hi, Will. Just do my live stream, buddy. Hello. And Mum's job is never done. 1 hour a week. Really? So Ben IRL is doing the live streams talking about the things he's learned. He's trying to encourage people to get curious, which is amazing, and learn something every day or learn something every week. Learn something all the time. Keeps us young, keeps our brains working, which is great. And what I learned from Laurie's videos was that well, I guess I didn't learn it directly from Laurie's videos. What happened with Laurie's videos is they stirred up a whole bunch of repressed trauma because, just because, looking back to my childhood where a lot of things happened. And I've obviously been doing this for a long time. I've been in therapy for pretty much my whole life after my teenage years. Many, many rounds of therapy going back to when I was young and trying to untangle all of that. And I guess I've never, ever be able to fully untangle it because I have lost years worth of memories. And all the times I've told the therapist that I cannot remember how I signed up for college, but I must have done. You don't just go to college. You actually have to sign up, go to a registration office, sign up for your classes, sign up to get your diploma, degree, certificate. I don't remember any of it. I don't remember the logistics of it at all. I don't remember leaving my childhood home and moving into an apartment. I don't remember that whole process, but nobody else did it for me. There was nobody else around to do it for me. I don't remember applying to university. There are so many things I don't remember. And I also think that's the reason that I have a hard time being proud of my achievements in life because I actually don't remember how they came about. I learn now at 50 that that's like a thing. Did you know that when you undergo trauma and it's like as a result of abandonment or neglect and you don't feel safe, that you actually forget this stuff? Like forget it. So I can remember when I was like 5, 6, 7. I remember my birthday parties. I remember coming down the stairs and what I had for breakfast. I remember what my kitchen looks like. I remember walking out into my back garden. I remember all kinds of things from when I was like a young child. And then from like 12 onwards, nothing. Like just little bits and pieces. Who knew? Please, I hope it's not just me. Can anybody fill me in? Like, is anybody else missing years of their life? And I believe it's starting to come out in dreams. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that too much in the live stream, but I am always trying to narrow down like the niche of my channel so that I'm not talking on too many subjects. And mental health resilience is definitely one of the bigger themes of my channel. It always has been. I've done AI reviews of all of my transcripts before and said, what are the common themes? And mental health resilience always comes out as one of the bigger themes. So I'm going to be talking more about that. And I'm also going to be putting not the raw recordings of my psychologist's visits and my psychiatrist visits and all of my mental health checkups, but like summaries of what the doctors say, summaries of what the therapists say, in hopes that it can help other people, because everybody should have free access to this stuff. And I know in the States it's really hard to get free access to this stuff. And a lot of the principles come across. Trauma is trauma, no matter how big the trauma is, and we all undergo trauma. So that is that. So that was your shout out, Ben, and your shout out, Laurie, and I did Marie Folio. And now we're going to move on to Rachel. But I'm going to read some comments first. Best bit. Oh, Peter's saying, Jen, would you mind if I sent you a book I have here? Go for it, Peter. I have like a collection. I have so many books. That's why I actually shut down my Audible account for maybe a year, because I have so many books in there and they're all amazing. A lot of them I've read more than once, but again, the cognitive dysfunction I've had as a result of my most recent workplace trauma has really stopped me from retaining anything. I feel like I'm starting to retain information again, as proven by your trivia night on your live. I can't remember. I remembered some of those things. Amazing. Let's just skip quickly. Da da da. Da da da. Da da. Nana's saying she's driving right now, but she can really relate that you have gaps in your childhood and gaps in your adulthood when your kids were small, which really sucks. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I mean, it's in there somewhere. I believe it can come back. I just don't know, for me anyway, what the benefit of that would be. Of all those years coming back. They were not good years. So, brain, if you're listening, you can just let it go. Let it go. But yeah, I hope you've got pictures, Yvonne, and I hope little snippets come in. And I'm sure you were like 100% there with them, because I know I did like a whole degree. And I don't know, like I achieved a lot of cool things while I don't remember what the heck was going on. So let's take it. It's a bit like when you give birth. They give you like well, I didn't have much medication, but the pain is so intense. I remember blacking out because of the pain, and all I could see in my eye, I could see like black, and then I could see stars, like the entrance, the intro to Star Wars with the stars shooting out, and all I could hear was like, Jenny, you're doing amazing. And I was like out for the count, and I wake up, and they're like, you did so great. He is your baby. And I'm like, oh, I wasn't even there, but thank you. I did great. Rachel saying, don't move on to me. I am moving on to you, Rachel. Sorry. Okay, Peter, I will email you my address. You may have to get on my case a little bit on Discord, because I'm not going to remember anything. And I mean, I could write it down, but do you want to see all the stuff I've got written down? Oh, Rachel, you have such a distorted view of yourself. Rachel, Simply Resilient Me, for those of you who don't know, if you're not one of her 32,000 subscribers, Rachel is saying that we're all more eloquent than her and that we're an impressive bunch. Rachel, what is going on? Okay. I'm going to leave you all to make your own decision. You click on any of Rachel's videos and decide who's the most eloquent, me or Rachel. And I think, Rachel, you will win the crown. So that was an homage to you, Peter. You see that? I'm picking up the so from you. Rachel, what I was going to say is what I got from you today when I was sitting outside of McDonald's in the parking lot and people were like looking at me, staring into space with tears coming down my eyes. Thank you for putting that video out today. I read between the lines, and what I heard is that you think I'm a badass. And if you didn't say that, I'm just going to take it anyway. I feel like I am a baby badass. I'm like a badass in development because I am working on being unapologetically me, and I constantly aim to do the right thing, and I am growing as a person to have my own voice. I am also embracing my grey hair and my age. So, yes, thank you for saying I'm a badass. You know you're a badass too. And I love the way you approach making your videos. You are making them for your audience, and you are trying to raise the quality of your audience's life, and probably your own at the same time, right? Because you're learning about the kind of life you want to live and what your ideals are and the importance of staying true to what you know is the right thing. And that really is the key to a better future for everyone. So I will leave it there because I'm sure you don't like it when we say amazing things about you. All right, Peter. Yes, I will absolutely get that to you. You're just going to have to stalk me on Discord a little bit. Oh, thank you, Rachel. Rachel agreed that I am absolutely a badass. And I do have that book by Jensen Zero, of course, in my basement there, in my basement studio / office / dumping ground. Ali's saying yes. I'll take that as yes, that I'm a badass, right, Ali? Oh, and you are like, if there was badass in the dictionary, it would be you. You are totally badass. All right. Peter's saying, Jen, you do seem like you can go from 0 to thermonuclear in 0.5 seconds when the situation requires it. That is very true, because before this, I was a little bit subdued. I was feeling very tired, and the self-doubt was out of control. But maybe because I felt like that before, I was able to shut it off, shut it down, shut that narrative down. Right, Scott? That's what Scott was talking about in his video today. Or maybe Scott was not talking about the video today, but that's what I took from some of Scott's video today. All right. So from here on, I didn't get past that in my preparing for the live stream, so I'm going on scribble down notes now. So before I do that, let's have a look. Peter is agreeing that Ali is the poster child for badass and that we all love her. How can you not? Such an awe-inspiring and vibrant, such a vibrant energy. And I say that knowing that, or not knowing for sure, I don't know what's going on in your life 100%, Ali, but I know that no one's life is simple. And I know that we all have things that we're going through. And I've heard little bits in your live streams and videos that lead me to believe there are things going on that are difficult for you. And I do know that you're constantly helping your parents and traveling backwards and forwards and helping with things like that. So I respect the choices that you make to live your life the way you do, and the energy that you put in and the intention that you put in to put a positive spin on things. I respect and admire that, because that is what makes a better world for everybody, right? Yvonne, I was in a book club and we did You Are a Badass. Takes one to know one, right? I think a lot of the women in here are badasses. Okay. This is not in order, but I've already talked a little bit about this, so I'm going to speak to it just a little bit more. One of the videos this week that I watched that I really enjoyed. Oh, child number one coming in. Okay, Emily, you're famous now, because like I've got so many followers that now you won't be able to walk the streets. Oh, that is amazing. I was a badass mom this morning and told my kid she had to make dinner, and she did. Oh, it's what was it again? Maple syrup and honey. No, maple syrup and garlic, maybe? I don't know. It's delicious. Chicken with zucchini tossed with soy sauce, I believe, and potatoes, roasted potatoes with seasoning. So I am trying to encourage her to make better choices, and for me to take back some of my time, but clearly, sorry, watching me eat. Clearly the whole message didn't get through, because they have both interrupted my 1 hour a week where I go live. That's okay. I'll take it. My face is the badass. That's right, Peter. Oh, I forgot where I was. I was saying that I'd already talked a little bit about this person, so I'm just going to go straight through. And that person is Gen X Tess, one of my Gen X creators that I follow. She is in my category. I forgot my slideshow that I put together in like 4 seconds. Let's see if I can bring it up onto the screen. I'm going to go file, new tab. Okay, so far so good. No, I haven't lost anything. I go into my Google Slides, move that over there, Slides, and then I pull up my June 8th live. Chicken in the teeth, chicken in the teeth. Oh look, I forgot to bring up my Marie Forleo slide. Oh, okay, let's do this. Oh, sorry, sorry. That's very Canadian, apparently. I'm going to file, share, maybe? No, I'm not. I'm going to file and I'm going to export as a PDF. Or I could convert it to a video. What shall I do? What shall I do? I should, let's download and move that here, and then go into my downloads. Ta-da! Ta-da! I don't know what you can hear, but I can hear a lot of shenanigans in the background. I'm going to go to my downloads. Oh, it's not even there. I guess I'm going to have to like not put my lovely slides up. But for another day, it's not that important, right? Rachel, you're asking for me to send my daughter to your house. I like you far too much to give you a 19-year-old sassy pants daughter of mine who cooks once a week when I beg her to cook and buy the ingredients and then keep prodding her to cook. But I mean, it is delicious, and I am very grateful for my children, and I do love them. but it's very hard to parent these children. So yes, Gen X Tess, and then I got onto all my Gen X creators, and I made a beautiful slideshow in 10 minutes, and I took screenshots of all of my bookmarks with my YouTube creators in there. So I've got my school group creators that Lily's a part of. I have my Gen X creators that Rachel's in there. Gen X Tess is in there. Brandon's in there. There's so many people in there. And then I have the Cool Kids Sunshine Crew, and you guys are all in there. And then I can make sure I'm clicking on everybody in case I get unsubscribed, because that happens a lot. I can see myself on my phone, and I can see me waving my hands around. So funny story. I was out for a coffee with a friend of mine this afternoon, and I'm clearly waving my hands around like this, like I am right now. And this really cute old guy hobbled up to me on his walker, and he said he thought I was waving him down. Oh, very cute and very funny. I didn't realize I was so animated, but I guess so, based on Peter's assessment saying that he thinks I could go thermonuclear in 0.5 of a second. Thank you, bipolar. Brought to you by bipolar disease. So Gen X Test brought out an aging video as the ADHD squirrel coming back around. And it was really, really good. It was probably the most honest aging video that I've heard in a while, specifically about Gen X women and what we're going through right now, and about ageism and not wanting to appear older than we are because we get dismissed, which is an absolutely real thing, and how that kind of influences our decisions, whether we color our hair, whether we have very accessible and simple procedures now like Botox and fillers to hide our age somewhat. And Tess was admitting that she's had those things, which I thought was extremely brave. And I have also thought about having those things too. Not so much recently, but when I was in my early 40s, I was really considering it, because at that point, the lines and the creases, they weren't as obvious as this. And I thought if I just had like a little bit of filler or a little bit of Botox, it would take care of it altogether. Now, those things are quite noticeable, and I don't hate them. I don't look at myself that much. It's everybody else's problem, right? But I really enjoyed the video. So if I get myself sorted out and organized, that link will be in the description for the video from Tess. So fun video, good video, influenced my week. And another video from a person who is not in this community, the Cool Kids community, that really impacted my week. I can feel my energy dropping. Can you feel my energy dropping? I can feel my energy dropping. That's when the self-doubt starts to creep in. Like, I get tired of my own voice and I'm kind of annoyed by myself. And then I lose my track. I'm going to actually read the comments for 1 second just to try and get my energy back up. And who better to get my energy back up than Ali? She has decided to age gracefully. You earned each wrinkle. Yes. Good for you. You've got at least 3 now. You have such a baby face as well. Your face is a baby. I'm like your mom. I could say older sister, but hey, who knows? I'm getting up there. Yes, let's move on to Sheila Hammond's channel. So Sheila has a channel called Laugh Lines and Life Lessons. And for those of you hardcore subscribers of mine, you'll have watched a video I made probably 6 months ago with 3 creators that have changed my life. And Sheila was one of those creators. And her channel is absolutely hilarious. She's an extremely talented lady. She's Gen X. She's a little bit older than me, but not a lot. And worked in corporate for a whole career and then got laid off in a second, like many other people. And she is absolutely amazing. Like, such a hard worker, so intelligent, so productive. Like the amount of work that she can put out is crazy. And she created this channel and has been building a business, building her husband's business, and making videos, producing documents to help people who've been laid off. Um, I don't know exactly what she's been doing, but I know she works extremely hard. She did a lot of like Uber Eats, trying to get cash in to replace the lost earnings, and also to recover from that awful experience of being let go. I don't want to talk about that because it just brings me back to my own workplace trauma. But it's such an awful experience to go through. And this week I logged into Sheila's live stream, which was one of her live streams for everyone. She does members only live streams. I'm not a member at the moment. Well, I wasn't a member at the time of her channel, but I logged into that one. And it was one of those live streams where everyone is just being so giving and so kind. And this community has a lot of those amazing people in there that gift memberships, give super chats, just value for value, right? They recognize the value of our fellow creators and they contribute to it. And in this live, Sheila had multiple people gift multiple memberships, and I was lucky enough to receive a membership, and it was so uplifting to see the love in that live stream. It really really made my night. In fact, that was Thursday night at 7 p.m. So you know, things are meant to be. When they're meant to be, they're meant to be. Obviously, I was devastated that Ali didn't go on. And I did log out of Sheila's live stream at 8 o'clock, ready for Ali. And then when I saw that Ali wasn't going on, I was able to jump back on to Sheila's live, and it kind of softened the blow a little bit. Little did I know that Mike was in the Discord server in the lounge, and I could have jumped on with Mike. But I was happy to stay on with Sheila and see the amount of support she got from her community. And I have been watching Sheila for a long time. Obviously, I made a video about her and what she's contributed to my life. But squirrel, yes. Sheila, like many of us, reads out the comments and acknowledges the people in her lives, which not everybody does. I love that. And I recognize a lot of the names of Sheila's regular community, and they were so kind to me. I have seen their names before. I've checked out the channels. I've subscribed to a lot of the channels because they're a similar kind of channel to me, like trying to help others, being supportive and kind, and trying to offer value, trying to share information that could help people. And do you know that from just interacting in that live, I got 2 more subscribers. I thought that was the sweetest thing. So Diana, I don't see you on here. Diana is Lonely in Truth. She has some really great videos on her channel. She's been going for a long time. And I don't even know who the other subscriber was, but it was such a wonderful live. I see Laurie, that you love Sheila. She's so fun, right? She absolutely is. And she has some really significant mental health issues from what I've learned from her videos and her lives. Oh, she knows. She's got treatment-resistant depression. So obviously I can empathize with that and the anxiety and not wanting to interact with the public and isolating yourself and feeling completely isolated from the world. Yeah, I can really empathize with that. So that was really amazing. Oh, I see that Yvonne's saying she can't get onto her Discord. Oh, there's Peter with his tech support. Peter put his tech support hat on to help Yvonne. Mine would be uninstall Discord and reinstall Discord, and then turn your phone off, and then turn your phone on, and then rejoin. Is that right, Peter? Did I get it right? Okay. We're going to move on. I think I need to limit my lives to like 40 minutes because I really start to struggle. I wonder if it comes across or if it's just me, because I feel like energy leaks is what I feel. But there's still things to do here. I wanted to talk about Pam's live that I joined in on, don't remember, Friday. It was Friday, wasn't it? Because Pam usually goes live on a Saturday and you went live on a Friday. And it was really nice to have a real conversation. It was just such a very real, open, honest conversation about the struggles that we all go through and how we try so hard to choose the way we present ourselves, choose to put a smile on our faces because it influences other people's day, choose the way we speak to people even when we're not feeling at our very best, and the importance of that. Maybe it wasn't about that, Pam, but that's clearly what I took from it. So I am turning into Peter. That's what I have written down, that Pam was telling it as is. And I thoroughly enjoyed that live stream, Pam. I felt like I was just around the corner, like even more around the corner than I am around the corner. I mean, our provinces are next to each other, but still far away, right? And it just felt really nice to connect. So thank you, Pam, for being so vulnerable on that live stream. It really was awesome. And another huge win from that was another creator that I've seen in live streams before, and I've checked out their channel and subscribed to their channel, and then it just got like kind of lost in the swamp of subscriptions, was Introvert in Alaska, Jennifer. So because Jennifer was in the chat, I kind of just like scribbled it down on a piece of paper, or I did something with it, because when the live stream was over, I went into Jen's videos and I was able to watch a couple of them, and it was just like nice to be able to interact after your video. So Pam, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just reminds everyone of why what we're doing here is so important and so helpful for everyone. Check the comments. Oh, Peter, yes, I forgot about that, Peter. Peter said the answer is Control Alt Delete. Well, I've had a Mac forever now, so isn't it like Shift Control and Command? It doesn't have the same ring to it, does it, Peter? Control Alt Delete. Call tech support. Yes, so Yvonne's saying that's probably what she needs to do. Yvonne knows the answer. Yes, I saw you at that live, Ali. It was super fun. It was just nice, right? CL's got to go and manage dinner. Yeah, you don't want my 19-year-old daughter to come and cook for you. Good night, CL. Peter's saying, when we allow other people to control our happiness, we give them the power to control our sadness. Absolutely. Inner happiness is something that is unbreakable. Absolutely. This is something that I'm just continuing to learn again and again and again. And then Laurie tells me again, and then my book tells me again. And then I remember something in my dream again. And then in the morning when I speak with God, I remember again. And then it just keeps dropping out, but then coming right back up. So I truly believe that my life is changing for the better at a faster trajectory than it ever has been before, which is good because I have to go back to work to get my pension, to get my work pension that I really want to get. I mean, there are literally two squirrels right in front of me. Oh my gosh, let me do this. Let me do this. I hope you can see. Let's see. Where's the other one gone? No, it looks like I've gone crazy. There were two squirrels there, and one of them bit the other one's ass. Literally, that was awesome. How could I not get distracted by that? And the squirrels in my head. Oh, my camera on my MacBook is going crazy here. It's doing its like automatic panning in and out. Whoa! I'm not doing any of this stuff. Nobody wants to see cinematic effects, Jen. Oh my gosh. I'm keeping myself entertained. Just because I said wrinkles, I didn't mean for you to automatically zoom in on them, for goodness sake. Okay. Where was I before I got distracted by the squirrels biting each other's ass? I am just going to have to read the comments. Oh my goodness. I do believe it's coming back to me. This is impressive. Good job, brain. I was talking about. Oh, it's gone again. Oh my goodness. I was talking about how my life is changing quickly, and then that's good because I'm going back to work because that's a choice that I get to make for myself. And then the squirrels. Okay, we're gonna go with that. And we did the Pam shout out saying how amazing she was. But we all know that. We all know that Pam's amazing. My Canadian sister. Oh, thank you, Peter. You guys are all so nice. All right. Rachel's saying, since your daughter can't come fix dinner for me, I have to go do that. People keep demanding to be fed. I know, Rachel, right? Great live stream. Hope everyone has a great week. Thank you, Rachel. Thanks again for coming by. Super appreciate that. Chris is heading out too. That's all good. You're not missing much. The energy is flagging. Ali's saying, yes, we do love to see that. Obviously, you're referring to the squirrel biting the other squirrel's ass. And Peter saying, you were talking about your pension. Thank you, Peter. This camera is going absolutely crazy. Like the retention is already gone, camera. We're way past the hook piece. We're in the call to action piece, if you're paying attention. Yes, just like any pension, in, well, I guess, I don't know what the pension is like in healthcare in the US, but in the UK and in Canada, healthcare pensions are probably one of the better pensions you can have. Apparently police pensions are better, teachers' pensions are a little bit better, but other than that, healthcare pension is pretty good, and I've already paid quite a bit into it. So if I can just stick it out another 5 years, I will have a fairly decent pension to retire on. So that's what we're aiming for here. Mikey Mike is saying, Jen, I must say you are fun to watch. Fast forward 2 times trying to catch up after a phone call. Am I like this? Oh my goodness. Yes, here I am going crazy again. Oh, Mike saying, don't get me wrong, you're always fun to watch, but just a little funnier fast forward. I absolutely believe you. So let's just keep going with the shout outs because I think we're almost done. But so the last one, I got 2. I got one which is Scott, who really has influenced how I came to approach this live stream this week and how I'm probably going to move my live streams, reformat them in the future. And that is just talking about all of the influences from the last week that have helped me grow and that I think can help you as well and brighten your days. And the last one was Ali. So Ali gave me a really amazing visual to remind me to stay in the moment. And it's all everywhere, all over self-improvement books and in the purpose of life, the meaning of life books. It says live in the moment. But that's not an easy thing to remember when your brain is constantly going into the future and into the past. So Ali told me, and I know I've mentioned this before because it's such an epic reminder, is that if you have 1 foot in the future and 1 foot in the past, you are pissing on the present. So that is the analogy that comes to mind when I remember to live in the moment, and it brings such a smile to my face. So thank you, Ali, for that, because I remember it all the time, and it's so good. And then Scott, I really enjoyed this week's 46-minute video. I enjoyed every minute of it. And it seemed to reinforce everything I already think. And it just really resonated with me. So thank you for taking the time to put that together. It's not a simple thing that you're doing. and it really impacts people more than you probably believe. So I got value from that, and I hope I give value to you. I subscribed to your channel. I got a membership to your channel, and I did buy my most recent Amazon purchase through one of your links. I really hope you got that. I know I mentioned it backwards and forwards, but I don't remember if you actually got anything from that purchase. So I hope you did. And we have 5 minutes left to spare. So, does anyone here, because I can see there are still 11 people here, does anybody have any questions for me? Because the comments are the best bit. I love the comments. I mean, you know I'll share anything, literally, so. I'm just heading back up here to see if I missed anything. I don't think I did. But I'll give you a minute to think of something really embarrassing. It's a beautiful evening here. It's actually cooled down a little bit. It's been like 30 degrees. I've been for a swim every day still. Pam, I didn't sink yet. But I do think the being in the water makes me very, very tired. So my energy has been like flagging a little. It really like pulls the energy out of me. We're trying to fix Yvonne's Discord. Thank you, Mike, saying that I'm doing amazing. I do put a lot of effort into this live in my head. I already talked about this, right? That to get my goal, to meet my goals, I have to embrace organization tools again. And absolutely to go back into my profession, I have to embrace organization again. Watch this space. Peter, that's not a question. What is my most embarrassing moment? Like probably every 15 minutes on this live stream where everything drops out of my head and the voice says, you can't do it. You've got nothing to say. Nobody cares. Why are you even speaking? All those negative voices. Just garbage coming at you to derail you and giving me an opportunity to stick to my guns and to be a badass. Where do I live again? I like that question better. So I am in Burlington, Ontario. So Southern Ontario in the GTA, the Greater Toronto Area, otherwise known as the Golden Horseshoe, right on Lake Ontario. So at about a 10-minute drive, 15-20 minutes in traffic to the lake, which is beautiful, the lake shore, and about an hour to Niagara Falls and about an hour to Toronto, which is like the biggest city close by. So a beautiful place to live, but really built up now. When we moved to Burlington, like this suburb, it was a lot less developed and a lot quieter traffic-wise, and now it's really busy. So we talk about moving, my husband and I, but both of our kids are at a difficult age to move. So my son is just finishing grade 10 in high school, and he goes to a really good robotics club, and he's got friends, and I don't want to take him away from that at this point in his life. So we're staying for the time being. My favorite beverage, tea, black tea, of course, Tetley or PG Tips. Peter, you know. My favorite food, oh my goodness, I love food. If I ate all the food I enjoyed, I wouldn't be able to fit through the doors. Like, I love food a lot. And sweet and savory, like level pegging. I love sugar, I love fat, I love carbs. And the more I indulge, the worse it gets. So my stomach can tolerate a lot more food unless I do intermittent fasting. So I've been doing intermittent fasting, sometimes better, sometimes not as good with it, for about 5 years now. And I do tend to do quite well with that. I've lost a lot of weight before. And the weight I've lost over the last while it wasn't lost in a good way. It was lost because of mental health things ruining my appetite. But yeah, I can't tell you my favorite food because there's so much of it. But yeah, I love chocolate. I love chips. I love meat. I love like steak with a fat on it. I love fresh bread with tons of butter on it, like butter and then some bread on the side. I love all that good stuff. Peter says, what motivated you to get into healthcare as a career? I love science. I love that um, the way the body works can be broken down into um, like chemical responses. That the brain, the body and the brain is just a bunch of chemical reactions that happen, very, very complex and ones that we'll never even know. But we can actually find out what's going on with people with science. I love science. I love experiments. And I cannot believe, still to this day, I love doing an experiment and using the result to find out what's wrong with the patient, and then use more science to do more experiments to find out how to make the patient better. I just absolutely love it. It feels like it shouldn't be a thing. And I would say I would do it for free, but I'm too old and jaded to say that right now. You can't do black tea or coffee. No, you have to have, yeah, I like milky tea and coffee. When I said black tea, I said that because in Canada and the States, if you say tea, people think like iced tea or sweet tea or green tea, and tea is tea, like black tea slash orange pekoe tea. But yes, I love milk in my tea. No sugar, just milk. I'm sweet enough. Black coffee has benefits that you can't remember. Yeah, I think, Peter, um, it's the coffee that has the benefits, but black coffee is good for intermittent fasters because you don't break your fast when you have black coffee. If it's got no sugar, no sweeteners, it will not start your metabolism going, so you do not break your fast when you're intermittent fasting. Lily loves butter. Oh, yeah. And science too. Yeah. No, Lily, you got a background in engineering, so that's amazing. Kelly's saying we all need money to live. Absolutely right. More and more of it as well. So there we go. I really appreciate you jumping in with your questions and lifting my spirits again so that I can get to the end of my live stream with a big smile. And hopefully it was as uplifting for you as it was for me. And I'm going to say goodbye to all of you amazing people until next week, or earlier if I get off my ass and make a video, because I have so many in development. Thank you, and I hope you have a wonderful week. Bye.